It looks like Terrence Howard just dropped a bombshell that's got everybody clutching their pearls and scrolling for answers. In a twist nobody saw coming, Terrence is now speaking out about Diddy's adopted daughter. Yes, the same daughter that's been mysteriously low-key while Diddy's name stays in the headlines. And it's got folks asking, where is she? What really went down? Some are even whispering the word vanished.
We can meet with guns, bottles, knives, or books and equations. But we're gonna do this like men.
So Terrence is back, and he's not holding back this time. He's now claiming that Diddy was tracking his adopted daughter, Ava, and he's bringing receipts. This whole situation is spiraling fast. Now remember, we thought Terrence was done with Diddy after that whole incident where he said Diddy made a pass at him. But apparently Terrence knows a lot more than he let on during that podcast.
So then my assistant was like, you know, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh.
And the feds are catching on too. They've just updated the indictment against Diddy. 2 brand new charges just got added. And word on the street is that Ava might be one of the new alleged victims. Not only that, rumor has it, she might even be testifying in court. And get this, Terrence might actually end up being a key player in taking Diddy down. Now let's rewind a bit. When Terrence first dropped his story, folks were already shook. He said Diddy came on to him and tried to pull him into something intimate. But that wasn't even the worst part. He went on to say that Diddy's got a pattern targeting black men at these so-called freak-offs. Terrence said they're not just wild parties, they're setups where Diddy breaks these men down, trying to strip them of their manhood. And according to Terrence, he ain't the only one. He hinted that other black men in the industry have gone through the same thing, but they keep quiet, either because they're scared or just too ashamed to speak out. So, yeah, if what Terrence is saying is true, we might be looking at a much bigger story than anyone expected. After Terrence spilled that tea, the internet was shook, but that wasn't even the whole story. Word started floating around that Terrence was actually holding back the juiciest piece of info. They said if he ever dropped everything he knows, the internet would basically explode. And Terrence kind of confirmed the rumors himself. He posted a video on Twitter talking about how some very powerful people were threatening him, and he made it clear he was ready to tell everything. Just to make sure we knew who he was talking about, he dropped the hashtag #HastageManCard, which ties right back to what he said on that podcast about Diddy and those so-called freak-off setups. Now fast forward to today, and it seems like Terrence is finally starting to open up about what he really knows. The streets are saying it all goes back to Diddy's adopted daughter, Ava Baron. Her name is coming up again, and not in a good way. See, for a minute now, fans have been asking what actually happened to Ava. It's been real quiet on her end, and now that Terrence is dropping hints, it's not sounding good at all. Some folks are starting to believe she might be one of Diddy's victims too. And if that's true, well, it's bad for everybody involved. Let's rewind to 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic, when Diddy randomly announced that he had adopted a young white girl named Ava Baron Combs. It was out of nowhere. He hopped on IG Live, showed her off like a proud dad, and boom, just like that, she was part of the family. The moment felt random, but folks didn't question it too much. It either flew under the radar or people forgot about it. But now with all this heat on Diddy, folks are rewatching that video and feeling very unsettled. What once looked like a sweet gesture suddenly feels off, like something just isn't adding up. And honestly, in light of all the disturbing stuff coming out, it's no surprise that people are going back to that moment and asking, what was really going on with Ava Baron, and where is she now? So, first off, people already had questions about Ava's sudden introduction into the Combs family, but then Diddy had the nerve to publicly compare his adoption of Ava to Madonna's. That was a bold choice. We all know Madonna's adoptions have been messy, surrounded by serious allegations for years. Multiple reports have said Madonna didn't always follow legal procedures, and it goes even deeper than that. The Ethiopian World Federation even accused her of straight-up exploiting children, misleading their parents with promises of U.S. education, only to adopt them outright instead. So for Diddy to use that as his comparison, it's giving "what were you thinking" vibes at best. And that's just one red flag. Let's talk about the video where he introduced Ava. The whole setup was off. Fans noticed that his sons were front and center, but where were the daughters? Why wasn't Ava shown interacting with Jesse and Delilah, the twins? And the biggest thing that made people go, Wait a minute, was Ava's body language. Sis did not look comfortable. Her whole vibe was tense. Her face, blank. Her posture, closed off. People picked up on that immediately. Now you know how the internet does. It didn't take long before the speculation started flying. Was it just an awkward video shoot, or was something way deeper happening behind the scenes? This is a trafficking ad, SMH. That video doesn't look right at all. It's plenty of red flags in that video, and here's where it starts to get real creepy. Because if you know about Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian, you know they've both been named in serious legal allegations. Justin in Lil Rod's lawsuit, and Christian with his own legal issues. So the energy in that room was already suspect. Then it got even worse. After that one video, Ava disappeared. No more videos and no more updates. The only time she popped up again was in a quick Lyle appearance with the twin girls, and then nothing. And keep in mind, this was the same girl Diddy had calling him Papa Combs. If that was really his adopted daughter, wouldn't she be around? Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, came forward and dropped some heavy accusations. According to him, the whole adoption thing was fake. He says Diddy used Ava for clout. He claims Diddy found a little homeless girl, brought her into his circle under the guise of adoption, and then pretended to be a loving father, all to get sympathy and boost his image during the pandemic. And once he got the attention he wanted, Gene says Diddy tossed Ava aside like she was never even family. And look, Gene didn't go so far as to explicitly say Ava was harmed, but the way he was talking, the implications were there. He heavily hinted that something dark happened behind the scenes, and that people in the industry already know what's up when it comes to Diddy's character. So now people are looking back at the whole Ava situation with fresh eyes, and it's not feeling like a sweet adoption story anymore. It's feeling like a straight up real life mystery. And the more that comes out, the more it looks like something very wrong may have happened to that little girl. Do you think the public's gonna get real answers about Ava anytime soon? Or is this just another dark chapter in Diddy's empire of secrets? Let us know about it down below.